I have these DVDs. This one came out a couple years ago. It's Hulk Hogan's unreleased collector's series. It's a 3-disc set. And it's all about something. It's chronicles some of his matches throughout his early WWE career to WCW and to his comeback in 2002. And as bad as it gets with Hulk Hogan, I can always look back at these matches and remember the glory days of the Hulkster. I'm not too sure if you're going to be able to find this on WWE.com because they're banishing all of his merchandise. Maybe Amazon.com, or of course you could probably find this on eBay. But you can see some of these classic matches. Some early Hulk Hogan WWE Championship match, Bob Backlund versus Hulk Hogan from April 12th, 1980, before Hulkamania. So you get some early Hulk Hogan. You even get Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant from Madison Square Garden, September 22nd, 1980. So you get some early Hulk Hogan. We even get Hulk Hogan and Mr. T in a grocery store from 1985. Who wouldn't want to see that? Come on. Then we have, we got a lot of the Snake Pit with Hulk Hogan. That's Hulk Hogan vs. Kamala. Hulk Hogan vs. Killer Khan. Hulk Hogan vs. One Man Gang. And then we get some Hulk Hogan vs. King Haku. And then Hulk Hogan, against Randy Savage from Boston Garden, June 3rd, 1989. So you get a lot of Hulk Hogan early stuff in this DVD. And then we have some WCW matches. Of course, you're going to have to include WCW. Hulk Hogan's career, you look at it, 1984 to 1992 was his glory days with the WWE. 93 was kind of a transition year. He came back in January 93, but things were different because WWE was trying to promote the younger guys like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. But I think Vince McMahon didn't want to give up on Hulk Hogan, and that's why we had the match at WrestleMania 9 when he comes in at the end and defeats Yokozuna for the title. But then I think at the end, McMahon realized that he has to go with the younger talent. Hogan's ego, he still wanted to be, he still felt like he can still make a difference in the wrestling business. He still had, enough steam left, and he moved on to WCW, and that added more years to his career. So you have Hulk Hogan versus Vader from Bash at the Beach, 1995, the event that actually took place on a beach. We have Hogan versus Sting. And then, we had the NWO. That actually added more years to Hulk Hogan's career because he was able, for so many years, he was the good old boy, and now he's the, a heel. And you got some of that. And then we have his return. Remember back when he returned to WWE back in 2002? It was a short run, but there were some good matches. Definitely, if you want to leave, if you're upset with the whole situation with Hulk Hogan, definitely watch this DVD if you're a Hulk Hogan fan and want to relive some of his early days. Now you're asking, what about TNA? I couldn't purchase that DVD because he took it off their website because they want to, TNA saw WWE taking off all Hulk Hogan merchandise. Well, you don't need that DVD because they're still selling this one. This is basically the TNA Immortal Forever, chronicles Hulk Hogan's, the Immortal group. I don't know if you remember that. It was TNA's attempt to kind of recreate like NWO, that angle. TNA can only do a couple of angles. They can do the heel authority angle or the group coming in to take over the company. This is the stuff like that. If you follow Silver Pack CP, he did a review on the new Hulk Hogan DVD when it came out, and he basically said that if you have this DVD, you don't really need that DVD because basically everything on here is on that one. The only thing that's missing that they have on the new Hulk Hogan DVD was, I guess, some of the matches, like they have Hulk Hogan and against Sting from Bound for Glory 2011? Yeah, I think that's 2011. And then also a rare match where I think Hogan was in a six-man tag team match. You probably might be able to find that on YouTube. this one chronicles pretty much Hogan's time with TNA, the 3 years that he was there. Did he really make a difference? I don't know. I think Hogan, I don't want to make this video too long, but I think Hogan's thing was like when he was with TNA was to take a shot and trying to prove to Vince McMahon that, hey, I'm still relevant, I can still draw people, I still can make a difference in the wrestling business. And so you have, this is a 2-disc set, 2 DVDs. And so you basically get the beginning, 10/27/2009 in Madison Square Garden, the press conference announcing that Hulk Hogan has signed with TNA. I remember that. I mean, I was shocked by that. I was actually surprised. Then we have January 4th, 2010, Hulk Hogan's first appearance on TNA Impact. I remember his attempt to move. They wanted to move Impact to Mondays to compete with Raw. Big mistake. I think the problem with Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff was that they thought that this was going to be WCW version 2, but there was one thing that was missing. Ted Turner's bank account. They didn't realize that TNA wasn't going to be spending the money to promote, to spend on advertising and to go on the road. So that was a complete flop. We have, so this chronicles the first year basically, and it turned, like when you started with TNA and then the whole heel turn, and it's formed Immortal, and then it goes from there. Immortal, if you remember TNA, I mean, TNA is good with these really good like angles, and then they just fall. It's just bad. And then they did the whole thing where Hogan's a heel, and then he redeems himself at Bound for Glory against Sting, and then he has to run as a babyface, and then he was done with the company. So basically, I mean, these are really good DVDs to pick up. You get the Hogan, early Hogan from the 80s to the 90s, and then you get Hogan, his first run with WWE, WCW, and then his comeback in 2002, and then you get his TNA run, basically the first year, the whole formation of Immortal. So, check it out.